let's see. Can we get this started? Let's see. First stream of the day. Let's see. You guys gotta bear with me for a minute. Still trying to work out the kinks in this. If you are here, shout out to y'all who have joined the live. First live of the, I don't think I ever did a live. It's my first live actually, so come on in, you guys. Let me get this music turned down. Hold on. Pretty sure you guys know, if you guys watch my videos, I got that music playing in the background. I gotta have it. I really, the funny thing about it is I play the music in the background because of the reverb of the room. I don't have my room treated for a studio wise, not this room anyway. So, but you guys in here, let me know where you guys from, man. Get in the comments. Let me know where you guys from. So let's get this live going. This is my first live, so shout out to you guys for joining the live. Let's see. Hopefully we get to talk some Caitlin Clark stuff today. And hopefully you guys won't be mad at me, because a lot of you guys have been killing me in the comments on my recent Caitlin commentary. But it's cool. It's cool. Hopefully we can get in some good Caitlin Clark content. We'll see what you guys think about a lot of things. Except if you guys just tuning in, hey, get in the comments, man. Let me know where you from. What's your name? Where you from? Let's get it started. It's my first live, you guys. So you gotta bear with me as I try to work this little program or whatever. I want to do more lives with you guys. And honestly, I'll start in case you guys don't know. In case you guys don't know, I am from Virginia. So a lot of people don't know how to pronounce the NVY part of my name. It's Envy. So Envy is an acronym. It stands for Nobody Validates You. It's my merch. You guys see that? That's pretty much what that Envy comes from. But you guys can call me Sean. So where you guys from, man? See, we got 3 people in here. Where you guys from? It's kind of late for coffee, but I woke up late today. This is my last day off from work. I actually work, so I don't do YouTube full time like I would love to, because it's pretty fun. But in the meantime, this is what I try to get in when I can get it in. I got some stuff set up because we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this interview with Erin Kane, which is Caitlin Clark's agent, and a lot of folks ain't feeling it. So let's talk about it. Let's see what you guys think of that. Still got to work out a few kinks in this though, so give me a second. I see. Excuse me. It's a few things I want to change here, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to change it. And this should be a good thing, because normally I set up the live for people who subscribe to members, but that is being my first live. If all goes well, I keep my lives for the public, for the free, keep it for the free. So let's see. And if you guys in here, let me know if you hear me. If you hear me okay, if you guys can hear me good. I'm gonna cut this background music off. Let's see. Someone told me the other day they actually liked the background music. They want to know who made it. Yours truly. I made it. I made it. It's a couple years ago, back when I used to do music. I don't really do music anymore. Music was my escape route. So, but sometimes I be getting that itch to want to get back into the studio and make some music, but raising a family, man, so I don't really have time for it. All right, let's see. So far, we only got 3 people in here. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. 3 people in here is better than what I thought it would be. I had times where I've streamed to 0 people. Like when I used to stream on Twitch, 0 people for like 2 or 3 hours. So the 3 people that's in here, appreciate y'all for being in here. Would be nice if you guys get in the comments and talk to me. Let me know where you from. Actually, let me know what brings you to my channel. Like, how did you find my channel? That would be interesting to know. I'm still kind of new at this YouTube thing. I ain't really quite got it just yet, but it's not too bad. I encourage you anyway. If you're a person who's on YouTube and you watch a lot of videos on YouTube, trust me, believe me, you could actually be a YouTuber. It's not that hard at all. It's not that hard at all. It's time consuming, depending on how you want your product to look. And me, I'm more of a perfectionist, so it's like I gotta have things done a certain kind of way. But I've seen people literally get on YouTube and, you know, they just record it, upload it, no editing, no nothing, and they get like tons of thousands of views. So I wish I had that confidence to do that. This will be my first time doing a video where you guys can see me mess up on a million words, and there's a lot of words I can't pronounce, like just the way my pause, but it's just the way my mouth move. I can't really say a lot of words. My mouth won't let me do it. So you guys get to see all the bloopers and stuff that I got going on. Yep. So Bonnie, I appreciate you for coming. You're my first comment on my first stream. So look, I'm gonna appreciate you forever. So Bonnie says, I watched Ben Daniels take on CC's agent. I watched it before and thought it was interesting, but it would be nice to have her throw some shoulders when getting CC deals. I got a clip that I want to play because I seen her, her demeanor. She does seem more chill and calm and like really, I don't see how she can really push the issue on a deal. Like she don't have that aggressiveness. I mean, as far as I know from the clip, I don't know how she is when she actually gets into, you know, the office and discuss and negotiate these things. But going out this clip that I saw, I was like, it seemed like she would just take any deal that's given to her. I don't see that dog in her. You know what I mean? So, because when you compare her to people like Rich Paul and all of them, like you can see that they're more aggressive, though they look more intimidating for the most part. She doesn't look like she would make me budge if I was a big company trying to get a deal done with CC. So I don't know. But yeah, but that's one of them things we just not privy to, man. It would be nice to kind of see the inner works of these deals, but you know, hey, hopefully she I don't really see a deal that Kane Clark couldn't get out here. I don't see a deal that she couldn't get. I think she's the type of person that most companies are gonna want to work with her. I think any smart person, any smart corporation, or any smart brand would want to work with Caitlin Clark. But the thing is, her agent has to be smart about it, because you can't just go with just anything. It has to be something like here on YouTube. When we come across deals on YouTube, I know for me personally, I'm not gonna take brand deals that don't resonate with me or the people that watch me. You know what I'm saying? Like how would I look taking a Viagra deal when I don't need Viagra? Now some of you guys may need it. I don't know, but I don't need that Viagra, so I don't know. But you got to take these deals that kind of resonate with you for the most part, so you could at least sleep at night, and then also cater to your fans. So I get that. I'm guessing she's a liberal white woman, so I bet she goes for the throat. But maybe CC does not want her to go for. I mean, that may be a thing too, because Caitlin seems like the type that she's really like what I've been noticing from Caitlin Clark. She's really chilled and laid back. She's not really out there, and I hate, trust me guys, you guys are gonna probably hate me for saying this or even bringing the name up, but on the opposite side of that, you have Angel Reese, who wants to be seen, who wants to be out there, who probably would take any deal just to be seen. Caitlyn seems like to be the total opposite of that. And I actually respect that. I can honestly say I respect the fact that she just wants to play ball, golf, or whatever, and just chill and have fun with her people. So I don't think well, I say this. I do believe that this does sound right to me, that she would be the type to say, nah, don't really, you ain't got to go too hard for me. Like, I get that, but this is money we talking about. This is big money we talking about. And you want to get every dime that you're worth. You know what I'm saying? So in some instances, you got to be aggressive and cutthroat, because if not, these companies will take advantage of you. So I agree. I've been saying before, clutch sports would be better. People say, I think personally, clutch sports would be, that's where the best of the best go to. And we always see those athletes or people, everywhere. And which is crazy, because it surprised me that Angel Reese isn't signed the clutch. I don't think she's signed the clutch. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, exactly, but I'm pretty sure if that came across, I would have seen that Caitlyn. I'd have seen that Angel Reese was clutch sports, but she seemed like she would love to get that deal because she wants to be seen. But I doubt clutch will even look Angel Reese's way. But CC, I could see CC on clutch sports. I could see that. The only deal that is a reason to doubt her is the Nike deal. See, with the Nike deal, I think with the Nike deal, because I still, me personally, I don't know, but I don't even know if this information is online, but I haven't even really seen the details of the Nike deal. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people want to rush and get a shoe out, but I'm going to tell you guys how I am. And I'm pretty sure people like Caitlyn may have this bone in their body where they're like this too. You don't want to rush something and it be a complete disaster, because now, let me say this before I continue that point. Like, Caitlin Clark could rush and put a shoe out for Caitlin Clark, and trust me, it'll sell. No question about it. It'll sell, right? But you don't want to rush and put a shoe out, and yeah, I'm going to buy it because I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, but if I'm being honest, the shoe could have been better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know me, if I'm an athlete, if I'm in Caitlin Clark's shoe, no pun intended, I would want to make sure before I even get a concept art that leak, it better be a bomb. It better be the best concept art, of a shoe for me personally to leak, because that stuff can kind of ruin the momentum. But for one, I think Nike's already ruined the momentum because Nike hasn't really done anything with Caitlyn. I can see, even if they did like a lot of commercials, they did like a lot of ads out, but they don't even have enough material of Caitlin Clark to even just promote, But I believe that's probably has something to do with the Asia Wilson thing and not wanting to show favoritism or whatever the case may be. But I mean, do it together. I mean, at some point they're both signed to Nike, so at some point they're gonna have to work together. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see an ad, maybe 2 ads or something, where Asia Wilson and CC collabing on something. Also with the individual stuff. Don't get me wrong, but at least that would show that they thinking of something. They bring something. They just working on trying to get the best vibe out there. So, but I would really hate for them to come out with a really bad Caitlin Clark shoe. So if that means they got to take their time on it, I'm okay with it. Caitlyn acts like a woman, but thinks like a man. I mean, in a man's world, you kind of gotta have a somewhat of a masculine mentality to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, still have that feminine energy with you, still have that feminine energy with you, but especially when it comes down to business, you know what I'm saying, or on the court, you gotta have that killer instinct. You gotta have that a little touch of masculinity on it. And so I'm not mad at that. So Angel's looking like Mae West when it comes to business. CC seems to be motivated by something else but money. And I respect that, to be honest with you. Actually, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be totally honest with y'all. I respect both of their hustles, right? How they do things. because whether you like it or not with Angel Reese, right? Angel Reese is doing something that even the ones before her aren't doing, didn't do, can't do, whatever the case may be. She's getting her bag. See, me, I don't always respect the person who's going out there to get it. I have no ill intention or ill man about, a person just because of whatever antics they do. Okay, whatever. But beside the antics that she does, she is going out there getting the bag. CeCe don't have to worry about going to get a bag. The bag's gonna come to her. Angel has to go get the bags. And Angel could just be sitting there. Angel could take the take of just sitting there complaining and calling it racism or calling it favoritism or calling it whatever and not get a bag, but she is out there trying to get a bag. So I gotta respect that, right? Caitlin Clark bag is gonna come to her. And as it should. She's worked that hard for those bags to come towards her versus her going out there to get it. So, but that doesn't excuse her agent to not go out there and get the bag for it either, because that's what she's paying her to do. Y'all got to excuse me because my allergies and stuff is all crazy right now. CeCe went to college for marketing, so maybe the things I feel are moving back slow. Excuse me. CeCe went to college for marketing, so maybe the things I feel are moving back slow are done on her behalf. Who knows? Yeah. See, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I never knew what she majored in college. I didn't know all that. I was only really watching for basketball. But now knowing that, who knows? This whole plan could be Caitlin Clark's whole plan from the get-go. Like, yo, just chill out. When they send us something, we'll see what it is. If it suit us, then we'll do it. If not, we'll pass. And you gotta be like that. You can't take every deal that comes to you. You gotta really be particular on what deals you take, because every deal ain't a good deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's true. That's a good question. I wonder if her dad or mom does a lot of her agent stuff, so CeCe does not have to be bothered with. You mean, as far as like dealing with her agent on her behalf? I mean, honestly, if they were, and I know this was directed towards VVC, so but honestly, if they were, I would be cool with that because of the fact that they got her this far. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have some parents who, they get in positions of advisors and stuff after their child has made it, and they may have never helped their child get to the league or nothing like that. So the fact that her dad and her mom actually were hands-on with her from the beginning, it's only right they take care of this too. I would trust. I know me. I'm speaking from an outsider, but I would trust if they were my parents. Oh yeah, see my mom, my dad about anything. Yeah. They go straight to them. My agent has to talk to my mom and my dad because I know for a fact they have my best interest at heart. So yeah, I can see that happening. Quality over quantity. As CeCe has no need for, yeah. See, Caitlin's in a great position. Like, she literally doesn't really have to really do anything no more than what she's doing already. She's in a great position. So yeah, this is one of them times. But as fans, we get so anxious and we wanna see her 24/7. You can't, man. Like, I'm all cool for her not really doing much right now because, going from the NCAA all the way through there, playoffs or whatever, tournament until the draft to the whole season. I like the fact that right now she's chilling, even though she's playing golf, but she's enjoying herself. She's resting. She's not going straight to, because she could have went overseas. She could have went to Unravel. She could have done a lot of stuff and just never had rest. I want her to just relax. You know what I'm saying? Although with the golf thing, right? My only thing with the golf thing is I just don't want her to throw her back out. Because I've heard stories of people, what I'm saying? They say golf is a stressful sport, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. Like, it just, as long as she don't, tweak nothing, and next thing you see on the injury report for a sore back or something like that. So, but yeah, that's cool. 3,000. Angel Reese. Now, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not the biggest Angel Reese fan, but I'm not an Angel Reese hater neither, right? I said on plenty of my videos, man, I hope she gets better because she has potential to be real. She has, you got to really think about it. Like, I know we clown Angel Reese on the rebounds and getting her own rebounds and missing shots and stuff. But the thing about Angel Reese is, even still, when she throws up whatever she throws up, you still got to get that rebound again. And having a nose for rebounding is not something that everybody just has. Everybody is not a rebounder. Now, if that may be her only one-trick pony, cool. But if you want to keep yourself or even consider yourself on a level with Caitlin Clark, which we know she's not, but you know, hey, she can dream. You want to improve your game. So, and I posted a video on my community tab of her, you know, working out with her new coach. A lot of folks didn't like that because, you know, Angel Reese gets a lot of hate on my page. For what reason? I don't know, but I hope it dies down because these are like 22-year-old women. These are like kids, you know what I'm saying? But I really hope she works on the shot. She works on the footwork, and she actually works on learning how to, on a fast break, dribble the ball up the court. Like, I got a lot of critique on Angel Reese. So, and it's legit critique. It's not hate or nothing like that, but it's certain things I wish she just would learn before she, you know, gets out here and want to put herself in conversations that she shouldn't be in. Let me just say it like that. Bonnie said allergies are bad in Ohio as well. Right in here. It's, man, I'm in Virginia, man. The weather here is just so tricky, man. One day it'll be like 80, 90 degrees. Next day it's like 50. So it bounces back and forth. So, Boston Adidas commit. Yes. Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston, man. I watched her rookie year, and I mean, even though they didn't win many games, I like what she did last year. And this year was just a more of an improvement on what she did this recent past season. And people might not be giving her enough credit on her own, because a lot of her credit recently has been coming from because she's playing with Caitlin, which is rightfully so, because Caitlin is going to make sure you look good, you do the part, you do what you're supposed to do. I get that. She's gonna make you look good. That's her job, right, as a point guard. But also, Aaliyah Boston, on her own, she's not bad. Like, she's a really good player. That's like, even with like I said, I'm in Virginia, so the closest team to me is the Washington Mystics, right? With the Washington Mystics, I like Aaliyah Edwards, and I believe if she was on the right team, more people would even see what she's capable of, you know. But unfortunately, they, you know, don't really have a roster for real. But we have to see how that draft, you know, works. So, but yeah, they all can. I'm gonna say this: they all could. I'm not gonna say bow down to Caitlin. I'm not gonna say kiss her ass, nothing like that. But they all should kind of owe Caitlin a little bit of gratitude for real, for bringing the eyes and if not even the players on her team, it's other players in the league, even the players she's beefed with, because even those players that she's, like, you know, had confrontations with for real, that put eyes on them too. So I didn't know anything about Dejanay Carrington, being totally honest with you. I didn't know anything about Alyssa Thomas. I didn't know anything about any of those people. I've seen their name before, but I've never watched a game from them before. So even in beef, even in confrontation, even in, you know, even with Kennedy Carter, for example, even with these players who may have landed on the wrong side of history with Caitlin Clark, they still owe her a debt of gratitude for real, because no one would have knew who those players was if they not. And I think some of them, that was their intentions. Like Dejanay Carrington, for whatever reason, she had no reason to not like Caitlin. Kennedy Carter had no reason to not like Caitlin. So to have that, you know what I'm saying, and you had your situation with her on the court, yeah, you can send me some flowers. You can send us some flowers. Thank you. So I don't know, but that is my, you know, opinion on that. You know, Boston has developed almost as good as CC passing super. Boston has developed almost as good as CC passing super. Yeah, Mike. Now I will say this. Now with AB, she's good at assisting too. for her to be a big, she's pretty good at, she's pretty good about, also doing assists. And I like what I like about Aaliyah Boston is Aaliyah Boston actually has a shot. She can actually pull up and shoot a jumper. She can shoot a three. And before people can compare, or before people put the conversation of, Angel Reese as, whatever position she is as good as quote unquote good as she assumed to be, Aaliyah Boston need to be in that conversation, because not only does she rebound, she actually assists, and she actually can shoot a shot. You know what I'm saying? She actually can dribble a ball up the court. Like Aaliyah Boston, she's a threat. And for that to be her second year in the league, I mean, we going to year 3. So I think she only get better, especially as they build more chemistry and they get more, more talent around those 3. But she definitely should be more in a top 10 category for me. That's me personally. So the confrontation is the old quest to find a worthy adversary. Good friendships are formed. Exactly. So that's why I say when people was going against, when people were killing Dejanay Carrington and Kennedy Carter, and even with Angel Reese, like even in the NBA, you have to have those. You got to have that. Like you say, the second part of your sentence. Good friendships are formed that way. Yeah, because at the end of the day, my thing is, at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron. So, and I'm country, so I'm sorry I said iron. Iron sharpens iron. I don't want to play with anybody that's gonna let me blow past them. I want to play with people who gonna give me some bumps and bruises. Like I'm gonna give you some, you can give me some. That's how the game go. They're the best opponents to play against. They're gonna keep people excited. They're gonna keep people in the seats, because no one wants to go to a game if we already know the outcome of the game. No one wants to go to the game if everybody is all kumbaya. We want to see drama. We want to see the battle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with that. Antoine Baker, you're talking about competitors. No one in their right mind would do anything like. I mean, hey, I talk about the WNBA. I talk about anything worth talking about in my, opinion. So these are people. Let me be honest with you. A lot of the people that you guys, or not saying you guys in particular, but a lot of people that the people don't like or feel because they did such and such to Caitlyn, we don't rock with them. Y'all gotta understand, this just makes Caitlyn's story and journey even more special. I'm glad when she came in, no one really, or not all, just wanted to crowd around her and be groupies. I like the fact that they like, nah, prove it. Because when she proves it, that makes it all worth it. So when people sit back and be like, you shouldn't talk about anybody else, no, let's talk about all of them. Because they're all on different journeys, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know where any of them come from. We don't know any of their stories. Hopefully this open up eyes to be like, okay, well, where does Kennedy Carter come from? Why is she like that? Because that was my first thought when I saw Kennedy Carter go, that little bump and everything against Cece. I was like, what was that about? So didn't know her. I didn't know her before this. So you credit that to Cece, of course. But now that lets me think about, okay, well, where does she come from? Why she's like that? And what's her history? Like it does that. This makes Caitlin Clark's journey even more special. Imagine how Jordan came up when he first got drafted to the Bulls and the Pistons were beating up on him. That made it even more special, because if they had not did that, Jordan went and got in the gym and built some muscle, came back and did what he did. The Bulls went and picked up Scottie Pippen and they went on a run. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everything. It's storylines, narratives, everything. It's written already. We just got to watch it unfold. So, and who knows, and who's to say? Maybe one day in the near, maybe one day in the future, Dejanay Carrington and Kennedy Carter and Cece may one day be on the same team. You never know. And they could be even more explosive than how we say Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark are right now. So I like the idea of them going at her. I like the idea of her going back at them, because now she's showing them, okay, I'm not no sucker neither. Like, we can do this. So I'm for it. So I'm gonna always talk about players. I may talk about Caitlin more than other players, but I would never just solely talk about Caitlin, because it takes more than Caitlin to do it. She has to play against somebody. They are women, so they all are crazy. They all are crazy. And that's what I'm glad you said it. And that's what you got to keep in mind. Yo, if y'all know women, women are the most catty, the most disrespectful to each other. Like, women go at it. Like, this is deeper. This is way past what men do. Everyone saw what Steph Curry did the other night, how he got up in the camera. They saw all that. Women, man, that's nothing compared to watching 100 and some women just go at it. Like, grab your popcorn. This next season is gonna be crazy. We got Erin from Iowa. I watch her show all there. Man, I'm gonna tell you, look, I appreciate anybody who tunes into my YouTube. So I'm gonna tell you, because I'm not connected to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not connected to any other YouTube content creator. I'm not connected to any media outlets. This is me. I work at 9 to 5. I work 12 hours a day. I'm from Virginia. I'm from a place that people don't even talk about. I don't have no ties to anything. So it's only right I give you an unbiased opinion on sports or whatever kind of content I want to create on this channel. I'm just coming from an everyday average person. So I appreciate you, Erin, from watching from Iowa. Virginia shows love to Iowa. So, and to anybody who, to anybody who comes to this channel, I try to spread love. A lot of folks do come to this channel and they come with a little hate. They come with a little, little negativity, but I don't ever feed into that stuff, because at the end of the day, like, I come from a real rough environment, like, and I'm pretty sure it's rougher anywhere else in the world. So somebody got to be a beacon of, nice positivity. So I like to show love. So always make sure, always keep in mind when you come to this channel, it's gonna be love here. I like the idea of Kennedy Carter going to Fever Fund and watch them. See, this is my thing. Excuse me, y'all. This is my thing. Kennedy Carter coming to a team like the Fever, even though a lot of people don't like it, or a lot of people wouldn't like it because of her history with Caitlyn, Kennedy Carter, she has amazing talent, and no one can actually take that from her. It's just the fact that Kennedy Carter has not been on a team of discipline and a team that, a positive team. Like, she doesn't have structure. If she was to hone in on her talent and, like, just, build around that and actually be around people who want to help her grow in the sport. Because when you look at her on the Chicago team, her and Angel Reese was battling for the ball a lot of the times. A lot of the times when Angel Reese would get rebounds, she would never kick it back out, and Kennedy Carter would be right there in front of her, wide open at 3-point line. And she's a great shot. She's a bucket. So when you get a person like that who has that talent, the all around talent, on a team with a coach like Stephanie White and people like Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston, people who have structure, who want to build chemistry, who want to see everyone do good, she'll love it there. And her brand to even get better just because of Caitlyn. So, but the fans don't want that. The fans feel like if you're an enemy, you're going to be an enemy forever. They don't want to see that. But they're not knowing that could be the best basketball they could actually watch. People play together like that. I think she should have got the MVP. If you look at her numbers, they're unmatched from. And we talk about Caitlyn. I believe Caitlyn, if you're going according to the actual definition of MVP, Caitlyn is the most valuable player. Not it's crazy because not even on her team, she's the most valuable player in the league. Now, I like Asia Wilson. I didn't really start watching Asia Wilson until maybe like at least about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I would say. And I like her. I think she's an all-around beast, just to be real, y'all. Some of y'all may not like it, but she's an all-around beast. But I don't think even with her numbers and her hitting the 1,000 point milestone, to me, that didn't really show valuable to me. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, that didn't even show valuable to me. So I believe the MVP to me should have went to Caitlin, because without Caitlin on that fever team that year, they probably would have definitely been in the same position they was in last year, or if worse. So I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, it's over with, so I guess I can't really dwell on it too much. But I do see her getting the MVP this coming season up. I do see it's nothing really in her way that could stop her from getting MVP this next season. It was definitely clinched. It definitely was. It came down to it, and it's actually crazy because I tell you what, I put it like this. Even though I know Asia shouldn't have got it, I wouldn't have been mad if Fee got it. You know, Fee was second place. And some would hate the fact that I would actually push Caitlin from that third place position to the first. But if I'm going by definition of what the MVP is supposed to be, the MVP isn't just who got the best stats, who got the most points, who got the most. Nah, they have actual awards for those things. But you know how that goes. 62 records. I don't even have a comment for the. What can you say when a person breaks 62 records? It's really nothing to be said. Nah, no. You could never get me in trouble here. Like, even if people don't agree with what I'm saying, I 9 times I laugh it off anyway. So I mean, it's not that deep, you know. And that's what I want people to understand. People sometimes lose themselves in social media or like YouTube or TikTok and stuff. Like, dog, this is all entertainment for everyone. No one should ever take any of this stuff personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, none of this pays anyone. Even though my channel is monetized, I don't do things for. I don't do this for monetary reasons. I love when people send me super thanks or, you know, whatever. Cool. But trust me, it ain't enough for me to quit my job. Now, if it ever came to that point, I'll still be the person I am today. So I don't trip off anything people say or they disagree. I prefer people to disagree because now we can have the conversation. I've never been a person who felt like I want to be around co-signers or people who just, you know, yes, man. Nah, y'all give it to me real. You know what I'm saying? Give it to me real. Just my number one rule is always keep it respectful. Number one rule is always keep it respectful. So, because I respect everyone out there. So, how do you feel? Hold on. Who do you feel is the GOAT of the WNBA? And now, Antoine, when you say this, are you saying this in the whole history of the WNBA, or are you saying this just at this very moment? Who's the GOAT? Like, let me know, because I got opinions on this one. If we're talking about just in general, the whole, you know, the history of WNBA, I got a couple GOATs, but I will put it into two, right? Me personally, my favorite player is Maya Moore. My favorite WNBA player is Maya Moore. Who I will put second after that, Candace Parker. Maya Moore, Candace Parker. So, but if we're talking about today's GOAT, like who in the league is a GOAT right now, I do have to give it to Asia Wilson as one. And that second one, I really can't give you a second one because I'm saving that second one for Caitlin Clark. But in the time being, I'll let Diana Taurasi hold that for the time being. She's a placeholder. But right now, my top two in the WNBA right now is Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark. No particular order, but that's just who I think. I mean, you guys let me know who you think. Who you think the GOAT is, past and present. If they come in hot, hate filled, they may just be trying to stir the pot. This is YouTube GOAT. And yeah, look, we in the day and age of content. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to make content. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it completely. Like, I went from literally a couple different eras. I went from the era where we played outside all day till the streetlights came on. I went from the era to arranging your top 8 or your top 10 or top 5 on MySpace to Twitter was the thing. So now YouTube is the thing. So I've seen it, come and go, but this content thing is going to be around for a while because now we're at a point where people can actually make money off their content. This is why I say early in the stream, if you guys just tune in now, I said if you are a person who watch YouTube a lot, there's no reason for you to not upload a video of content for yourself. Like all of you guys are here for Kane Clark talk, WNBA talk, whatever case may be. And you all got opinions on Kane Clark or the WNBA. What's stopping you from opening your phone, getting on camera, and giving your thoughts about whatever game, whatever news, whatever case may be? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I've had my channel for years, but I haven't got on my channel and for so long to June, this past June or whatever, I decided to get back on YouTube. And I was doing videos about dating and stuff like that. Like, the whole, not the red pill stuff, because I'm kind of like, I'm not red pill, blue pill, none of that kind of stuff, but just seeing videos on TikTok and reacting to them. And I was doing good for a while. But after a while, it was like, this ain't really what I want to do. I want to do something that I actually like. So I'm gonna tell you, it's so crazy. You guys can go look at my page. I did my first video, I believe it was on the Kayla McBride and Dejanay Carrington, Marina Mabry, that little debacle they had, that little spew they had. And that like blew my channel up just like that. Who would have thought me going from reacting on TikTok relationship videos to talking about how Kayla McBride shut down the bullies on the Connecticut Sun? It's crazy. And that video was so easy, so organic to do. And I was like, well, I wonder if I could do this, right? Because I watch this stuff. And I watch people talk about it a lot. I watch the Ben Daniels podcast. I watch what's my other guy? Robin. I can't pronounce his last name. I watch him. I watch a lot of these people, John the Liquidator. I watch a lot of these people videos on the WNBA, whatever. I watch Black and White Sports, which I kind of stopped watching him a little bit because his is kind of like race baity a little bit. And I don't really play with that race baity stuff. But I'm watching these people, and I'm like, yo, I could do this. Like, what am I doing? So I just started doing it. And at first I couldn't take it at first because I was overwhelmed. And I will say, to do this, you got to have tough skin because you're going to get people in your comments that's like they would say some stuff that if that person was in your face said that, if a person came to your face and said that kind of stuff, you probably swing on them. So I had to realize, like, I had to be like, yo, Shawn, you got to chill out. It's just YouTube, man. Some people don't understand, stuff like that. So once I, got out of that vibe and didn't really let people stress me out over comments and stuff, I mean, it's easy work to me. It's easy work. That's why I said you guys can do this, man. I believe you guys can do this. Myron said, never. You tripping there. What I'm tripping about, man? What I do? Kennedy, besides the CC Mabry assault, she was on the right side. She was on the right side of the good. Like I really believe all of them could have been on the right side, but I think some of them started to realize how much exposure it gave them to do something against CC. They started to run with it. Because to me, it's crazy because I was looking at a lot of Marina Mabry clips. Her and Dejanay Carrington didn't even like each other at first. Now they're teammates and they're besties. Because and I just understand that, but it's storylines, man. It's narratives. It's what can we do to go viral? That's what we in. What can we do to go viral? Body laughing at me. Nah, that's not what an MVP is. If that was the case, LeBron and Jordan would have like 10. That's true. That is true. Now, see, now you almost got me in the conversation. I'm not gonna go into that conversation because I don't have no stats pulled up, and I like to look at numbers when I pull up. But you almost got me, Antoine, on that one. I'm not gonna go to no LeBron Jordan debate. Maybe another stream, but nah, not right now. Shawn, you got daughters? No, I don't have any daughters. What do you think? What do I think about what? I'm lost. I've been rambling, so I probably didn't get straight. I probably missed the whole point of what you were saying with this one, but no, I don't have any daughters. No. Without Antoine saying, without age, the aces don't make it, and she plays both sides of the ball. Clark is just a one-way player. Now, look, that is true. I'm not going to debate that because, see, this is the point where this is the part where a lot of Kane and Clark fans become blind and delusional a little bit. And entertain me for a minute. A lot of them don't want to believe that she's not a good defensive player. And that matters because, as we know, defense does win championships. I mean, of course, you got to score points, but you got to stop the other person from scoring points. If you can't stop them, hey, So in that regard, I'm not mad at I'm not mad at all about Asia getting the MVP. Not at all. I was never one of those people who debated that or whatever. It would have been nice for Kaden to get that if we're going by word definition, most valuable player. She is the most valuable player. Now, I don't know who's worse though, and I don't know which is worse because if the Fever didn't have Caitlin Clark, the Fever would have been at the bottom of the standings. If the Aces didn't have Asia Wilson, they probably would have just not made the playoffs. Or they might have made the playoffs, but they'd probably been a lower seed. They definitely wouldn't have won the championship because obviously even with her, they didn't win the championship. But I don't know. That's one of those things we just got to kind of wait and see in a sense because I don't know what Las Vegas is doing right now because I think a couple of their players are leaving. So I don't even know what that roster is going to look like next year. So I don't know. History. The Nike deal was a terrible deal if you have the face of the WNBA and basketball as your client. 3.5 mil per annual only, and the deal is way too long. Now that's the point of I don't like it. Having that deal 8 years, I would have never signed for 8 years. I'm sorry. I don't think I would sign any deal for 8 years. The most you get out of me is maybe like a 3 or 4. You're probably gonna get as long as my contract is to play. I think she's on a 4-year contract for the Fever. You probably get a 4-year contract with me. Nike, and it hurts my heart to say this because Nike's my favorite brand. I'm a Nike guy. I love Nike. But even as much as I love Nike wouldn't have got me on 8 years. I'm sorry. Unless I got equity in the company or something like that. But if it's just money, nah, wouldn't have happened. And Antoine said they haven't really made any money for them to go crazy over. They are even losing $50 million this year with her doing what she's doing. Yeah, either way, well, I don't know, but that one, I think the 50 mil that the WNBA lost this year, they was gonna lose that whether Caitlin got here or not. If anything, I think they saved. Actually, I think it was like 40 million. I think they saved her. I think they saved 10 million this year. I think it was 40 million last year. But I think this recent year they only lost 40 million. I don't have the numbers beside me right now because I didn't expect to go there, but I don't know about that one. CC YouTube. I thought about it, but Google is a shit show employer. They deleted years of my content, shadow banned me, siloed my channel, so it motivates me to create content for Google. Ah, damn, they did all that to you, man? Wow. And see, And this is why, because, well, I would say this. Doesn't matter what platform you go on to, right? Because you can upload videos to Twitter, you got, well, X, whatever you want to call it, and you can also upload videos to TikTok. And I don't know if you guys any Donald Trump people in here or not, but Donald Trump did say he was going to stop the ban on TikTok. So hopefully that be around for a little while so people can continue to make money, because there's a lot of content creators on TikTok also. TikTok is a very easy platform to make money. Now, I don't monetize on TikTok because I keep forgetting to upload my videos to TikTok. So, but I watch TikTok just as well as I watch YouTube. So they go hand in hand. So either one of them, if you can just make content on either one of them, I mean, it's worth a try, you know. I mean, it's worth a try. Now, Bonnie, I will ask you this: what kind of content are you making, if you don't mind saying? The fever printing money and don't think the TV deal too big and starts the 2026 season has nothing to do with CC. Facts. But Tyler, people don't want to hear that though. That TV deal, that's something they was already in works with. So, but you got some content creators are saying that CC is the reason for that deal. If you say otherwise, they gonna be in front of your house with pitchforks and stakes. Even though, I don't know, even then they're losing money. They're all just loans. If it doesn't pan out, they might shut the whole program down. Yeah, well, I would say the WNBA. I think the NBA needs to step in. The NBA needs to step in and, for one, get rid of the commissioner for the WNBA. Get rid of her. Like, she's not doing anything to help the league, in my opinion. Now, I'm the type of person that don't like seeing folks lose their job, but you also got to be good at your job. And the GM for not the GM, but the commissioner for the WNBA seems like she doesn't know what she's doing. So, me personally, I would prefer the NBA to step in and appoint a new commissioner, or let it be somebody, or if not, let what is it, Adam Silver, let him do the WNBA too. Pay him to do the WNBA too. Because who knows how to get the WNBA on a court than the person who's running the NBA? I mean, it makes sense to me. So, what do you guys think about Unraveled though? What do you think? How do you think that's going to work out for the players for the WNBA? Because I'm not going to say I'm excited for it, but I will say I'm interested. I am interested. I don't know. I like to say any way to get people paid, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So I don't know. What do you got? What do you guys think about that? I actually got a video on that I did on the Unrivaled basketball league, but I don't know. I don't even know if I want to put it out. Like I haven't finished editing the picture yet. I'm kind of just sitting on it for the time being, because they still have, I think, 4 more spots to fill up, because they just expanded to 36 players. So it's going to be 6 players on each team. It's 6 teams, 6 players for each team. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it just yet, but let me know how you guys feel about the Unraveled. How do you feel about it? Do you feel that Caitlin should join it now while they're offering equity, or should she just not even deal with it? the mall practice of the WNBA is a sight to be seen. They have the #1 superstar in the world and can't promote her properly. Wrong name, wrong assist numbers and posts. No personal trophy hand over. But you know, and it's interesting that you say that, right? Now, some of this stuff has me thinking they're doing this stuff on purpose because they know that Caitlin Clark fans are going to be on it. Like, they know that you guys are watching everything with a magnifying glass to it, right? And the more they get stuff wrong, the more they do stuff that I guess doesn't favor Caitlin or in the eyes of her fans, it feel like they're taking a shot at her. Excuse me. You guys are kind of promoting her. I mean, you guys are kind of promoting the league. So it's one of those things where they probably look at it like all promotion is good promotion. But in a certain sense, I look at it like if Caitlin ain't tripping off of it, why would I trip off of it? And I do think that the fans are a little more sensitive to the fact than she is. But I do agree with you about at least handing me, you know, a trophy, personal trophy handle. Like, she got her trophy. Let me see, the Rookie of the Year trophy. She got a call. I think the video I saw, she got a call. Hold on, something popped up. Yeah, the video I saw, she got a call. It was in practice or whatever, and the commissioner called and told her she was gonna be Rookie of the Year. Cool. Like, I can't remember now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't remember if they did something in a game for her. I don't think so. I don't recall seeing them stop a game and give her a trophy. I don't recall. If they did, let me know. But I don't know. But they've done other players like that. I think Fee got her a trophy like that. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I feel like, you know, in their minds, I guess in the commissioner man, she's probably thinking, okay, I don't want to sound or look like I'm giving favoritism, but let that happen to LeBron in the NBA. Oh boy, it'll be some trouble. Like, you better hand LeBron a trophy. Yes, you could really get the feeling they're doing it on purpose. Look at how the PGA golf promoted her the last days. And excuse me, my issue. See, I'm glad you know what, Tyler. I fuck with you, Tyler. Excuse my language. I rock with you. My issue with this now becomes, even though it was a PGA golf tournament or whatever, you know, the WNBA should have collabed with them, because you get to tap into the golf world, right? And now you have an ally. You got someone who you could potentially every year do maybe a golf tournament with WNBA players. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have used that opportunity to open up a door to get more people watching your sport. Now you can pull in, you put in Iowa, you put in the Caitlin Clark fans, you put in the college, you know, basketball viewers or whatever. Now you could literally pull in the golf world. You know how big that goes? That's money. That's some real money. Then you could have set some up where every year you had some kind of golf tournament. You know, you could have seen players like Caitlin Clark golfing with players like Asia Wilson or Nafisa Kali or whatever. You could have had those situations going on, but you chose to still just sit back because it's Caitlin Clark. You know, well, we're not gonna bother that. That's why I say whoever's running the WNBA, man, they got to get them out of the office. They should absolutely did post about it, and you can try to get some gold fans to get them golf fans to the basketballs, man, to the basketball games. You can get them there, sit on front row, put the cameras on them. I'm telling you, you know how that would look to see somebody like, you know, I don't really know too many golf players, so don't hold against me, but Tiger Woods at the golf game, or what's the Nicholson dude to the dog courtside? Come on, bro. That's money. That's big money right there. They fumbled that. They fumbled that bad. And it shows, it proves, because a lot of CC fans that watch her over there, I'm pretty sure about 80 to maybe 90% of them probably won't even golf fans at all. Never probably even paid attention to golf or nothing. But if she's there, I'm gonna watch it. So they fumbled that bag, man. That's crazy. That was an easy layup too. That was an easy layup. See, look at Kane Clark giving assists when she ain't even on the court. Hey, if you here, let me ask you one favor. If you guys are here, make sure you hit that like button on this screen, please. The viewers are dropping. I was averaging 10. I'm at 4. Hit that like, hit the like. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be up here. As long as you guys keep commenting, I'll be here. I ain't got nothing to do today. It's my last day off. I want to kick it with y'all. But let's get those likes up, man. Hey man, shout out to you, King Tyler, man. That was a good point, man. That was a good point. That was a real good point. But so Tyler, I don't know if you was here earlier when we was talking about the CC's agent, but what do you think about what happened with CC's agent? How people will say that she was just getting a lot of backlash. They said she's basically saying she's soft. They said she need to be more aggressive. By the way, I have to see Unravel in action first to get a formal opinion. I think CC really should consider the good and the bad first. Yeah. I think the only thing with this is, now, like I said earlier, all deals ain't good deals, right? So you're absolutely right. She has to weigh out the good and the bad. The only thing with this is, now, I don't think this would be as big as even the WNBA, right? This is just something for them to, I guess, generate money so they don't have to go overseas. I get that. I like that. It's keeping them safe from having to go overseas, and you never know what happens when they're over there. So I'm all for that, right? But I believe things only work when we, the fans, support it. They say they have enough money for the next 3 years. So I don't think it would be an instant hit, right? It wouldn't be an instant hit. It'll be one of those things, I believe it will be a slow burn. And that's okay, because as long as it's progressing, it's growing, a slow burn is cool. I'm pretty sure you guys watch shows that, started off slow, but by the time you got to the season finale or whatever, it was a banger. So this is one of those situations. So I'm okay if it being a slow burner. I think my thing is, the only issue is even though they're promoting it, but the type of promotion they're doing. Like by now, we in what, November, middle of November. And they saying they're gonna be starting in January 2025. By now, why don't we see what the jerseys look like? Right? Because if you go to their website, you see the clubs. I think having clubs instead of basketball teams, teams per se, I like the idea of clubs. It reminds me of soccer, they got different clubs. So the club idea was cool because I never seen that done with a basketball. I never seen that done with basketball. So I'm cool with that. Now you got the logos out, you got the promo videos out for each club. Why haven't we seen any jerseys? Why haven't we seen any merch from those clubs? Because if you put that kind of stuff out there, now that kind of checks the temperature of what might be with fans. One of their teams is called the Laces or Laces or whatever. If I see merch out there with the Laces logo on it, if it's dope merch, I'm gonna look at it and say, you know what? This look pretty good. So they might be legit. They might be serious because this look like high quality merch, designed well. You know what I'm saying? And it looked good. I might cop this. Same thing with Roses. They got one called Phantom. They got a couple different six clubs. Lunar Owls. So if I was to see merch on this stuff and see what a concept of what the jerseys may look like, it may tempt me to buy it. If this company's mad, I'm gonna put it out there. It may tempt someone about, okay, well the ball is rolling, they good, because you only got about a month and a half now before the league even start, and we haven't seen merch yet. So it's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you breaking down the teams? On the website, it doesn't say how they're breaking the teams down. All you see is six clubs, 6 players on each team. They don't tell you whether they're doing a lottery draft or how they're doing picks. They don't tell you any of that kind of stuff. And to me, that would have me thinking, okay, well, maybe they haven't figured that out yet. So if you're down to a month and a half before you launch, and you haven't even put out there to the fans or anything how you guys are going to break down who picking what teams or whatnot, team captains or whatever the case may be, they don't even have coaches. So they kind of like they kind of dropping the ball a little bit on it. Like I want to support it, but they dropping the ball. This is stuff that we should already know. There should already be interviews out with these coaches on what to expect from their teams. That's just me, y'all. I don't know. If that don't sound right, let me know. But if I'm hitting on something, let me know. So I don't know. Unravel is a great opportunity for them to make money. But I don't know. It's a 50-50 for me. It's a 50-50 for me. Now, if it fails, what? You know? I don't think it really hurts nothing if it fails. At least somebody's trying to do something. Let me say that too. Because they could easily be the type, you know, a lot of women's sports complain about not getting paid money. Not getting paid, you know, like their counterparts, the men. At least they're not sitting home complaining about still not being able to make money that men make. They're out here trying to make something. So I got to give them a try, because at least, you know what, they decided to stop complaining about it and do something about it. I respect that. And like I said earlier in my life, anybody who's out here trying to get a bag, no matter how you're trying to get it, as long as you're getting it legal, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So I don't know. It feels like they're praying that CC is coming, because that would make them an instant success. Otherwise, it would be hard after the first excitement. So I'm pretty sure they're banking on her coming. I'm pretty sure they probably will give her a nicer size of equity and a nicer size bag than anybody else on their roster. I'm pretty sure. The package they have for her is a nice package. Now, this is one of those things where if I'm CC, I'm going to let you sweat because of how you did treat me when I came into the WNBA. Now, Nefesia Collar never said anything wrong about Caitlin Clark. And I don't believe, I don't know about Breanna Stewart, because she's kind of a little diarrhea at the mouth sometimes. So she might have said something, I probably didn't catch wind of it, but it wasn't no embrace from the folks. And like I said earlier, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with them not embracing her. I'm cool with her. I'm cool with them, you know, playing her rough, and I'm cool with her playing them rough. Iron sharpens iron. So I'm cool with all that. Right? As long as no one gets hurt to the point they can't play. Now not to go towards it, but that eye poke is a little something that I really wasn't into. I don't respect that move. Right? But whatever. If CC ain't tripping off of it, I can't trip off of it. But even if they knew they had this league coming, Breanna Stewart, Nefesia Collar should have been the first two from day one of last season to show Caitlin Clark love. To show Caitlin Clark a good welcome. Like, you know what? Welcome to the league. Boom, 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 boom. They should have did that. Because if you did it on day one, that would have made it feel like, you know what? they were the first ones to show me love. I want to show love back to them and do something for them. I mean, that some of the sound that only seems right to me. So, but not having enough like merch and stuff out or interviews or content. And I know right now this is the off season. You might want to get that going before, you know, January, February come, and then WNBA about to start back up, and you know, everybody's negotiating with their teams. So they got a month and a half to kind of do some things. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I've been watching their website for the last few weeks. Every week I go to see what's new. But I would love to see some kind of jerseys up there. I would love to see some kind of, you know, hoodies or something that with team logos on it to let me know where you guys at with it for real. But I don't know. Yes, they let Collier handle the interviews, and I think she's very likable. And CC and her have a good relationship. Stu, on the other hand, said some bad stuff about CC and isn't very like. Now, and it's so crazy because I've always heard of Breonna Stewart's name for the last couple, at least the last 5 years. I'd say I've always heard her name, but it wasn't until I started watching her, and I'm like, why is she? Well, at some point of time, the face of the league, whatever. Like, cause she, but I asked my own question, because when I actually did my research on Breonna Stewart, and I was like, oh, I see why. It's propaganda. It's identity politics. it's that stuff. So Collier is dope. Like I said, I have a video I have a video that I haven't finished editing about the Unrivaled League. I even got my picks, my top 6 picks of who I will put on the team. I even got what team I may like or may run with, just based off the logo, whatever, cool. But in that video, now this may be a little, you know, left field, but the Felicia Collier in that video that's on their website, she got her hair down and stuff. She's nice on the eyes. It's just saying. If we saw more of that, you know, women looking like women playing basketball, no offense to nobody, that can bring in folks too. So you got to think of like women's sports in a sense, like the club. You know what I'm saying? If you want people to spend money on your product, men spend money. So if it ain't eye-pleasing to a man, he's not going to come spend no money on the league. He's not going to pay the league any attention. When those girls start looking like women again and not looking like me and all y'all dudes out here, I mean, hey, it's you know, that's why I watched a lot of the Sparks game this year, because I want to see Rickea Jackson. Rickea Jackson's beautiful. Before then, Cameron Brink, before she got injured, Cameron Brink is gorgeous. That brings people to the games, and men spend the money. By the way, there's still no Gino as an investor in Unrivaled, and we all know what for stupid stuff he said. Like, and it's so crazy because Gino, I've been seeing Gino's name for like the last few months or whatever, and what they say of him never really made me want to go watch anything of him. But maybe I need to go back and watch his interviews, because a lot of people say he keeps talking trash about Caitlyn. And my thing is, I want to know for what? Like, what has Caitlyn Clark done to Gino for him to keep trashing her in interviews and stuff? So I'm going to go do my due diligence, and I'm going to do my homework on Gino. I know he has ties with UConn, with a former coach or whatever, something like that. But I'm going to do my research on him and see what the issue is with him and Caitlyn Clark, because she's 22, man. And you're an old man. Like, why you keep talking? But that goes to show you about what I said earlier. Whenever you speak Caitlyn Clark, people are going to listen, going to watch, because they want to know what you're going to say, whether it's good or bad. And some people just want that. They want that attention. So, and this is why I say I like the fact that she doesn't feed into any of those stuff. She doesn't feed into any of that kind of stuff. She just chill and just do her own thing, because once you get into that habit of responding to everybody who says something against you, like, dog, you just gonna run your blood pressure up. Like, it's no point. It's no point at all. So Gino gotta get it together, man. Carly is easy on the ass. She's a very pretty lady. Very pretty lady. It's a couple girls in the WNBA. Excuse me, a couple of women in the WNBA. That's all right. I'm not gonna hold you. There's a couple on this. Like I say, me personally, I think my top two was probably gonna be Rakia Jackson and Cameron Brink. And for some reason, I love some tall girls. So Cameron Brink got me because she's tall as I don't know what. But it's a lot of nice looking women, and a lot of it are the young girls. So a lot of the old heads is getting out of the way. All of the old heads look like studs and sorry y'all, but they kind of fading out. This new generation coming in, them girls look all right. Juju Watkins looks okay, right? I know I don't want to bring her name up to compare her against nobody. Juju looks pretty good. Paige looks pretty good. These new girls coming in, they actually look like women now. And that right there is what's going to have more men go to the games, because it's nice little eye candy down there playing. So, and that trying to sound misogynistic and then like that, I'm not one of those guys, but that's just real facts. Men spend money on things they like. So, hey, Gino lost to Iowa with CC in the Final Four. That must have hurt. And that may be why he don't like her. Is this the same one? I'm trying to think. I may be wrong on this, you guys. But when CC beat Iowa, they didn't have Paige, right? They didn't have Paige. I think she was hurt that year, I want to say. I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me, because I don't want to put out misinformation. Cameron Brinks looks like a supermodel. Exactly. She would definitely have a future in modeling if basketball don't work. I used to love watching her videos of her the tunnel when they come in with the outfits. Like she got fashion too. She got fashion sense. She's dope. That's why even with Angel Reese, right? Angel Reese would be a dope model. I seen her the other day. I posted on my community tab. She had blonde hair, even though it wasn't her hair, but hey, whatever. And I'm like, oh, Angel ain't never looked like that before. She had this little white thing on. She was at some kind of fashion event or something like that. And I'm like, Angel don't look too bad. Now, I'm not too big on Angel Reese. I'm probably one of the people that call her Sid from Ice Age. But hey, I gotta give respect where respect due. And she looked pretty good. But Cameron Brink, Rakia Jackson, there's a few more. They gonna be all right with me. So, and even still, like, I even see a different side of Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark isn't bad looking neither. Like, a lot of folks was saying she looked like Stabler from Law and Order. I thought that was messed up. But then when I looked, I was like, you know what? I can't unsee this now. But I recently just seen her on something. She was doing an interview where she was on a panel or whatever. And I'm like, yo, Katie don't look too bad. Like, Katie don't look too bad. So, some people play the sport and they get all dolled up just to play basketball. And some people like Caitlin just put a headband on and go out there and do what she got to do. So that's just how it is. But I don't know. Hey, you guys, I just watch and observe from my comfy home in Virginia. So it is what it is. But hey, I will tell you, look, this is the longest I've been on YouTube Live before and actually conversated. Like, so I appreciate everyone who's came and gone or came and still, sitting around. I appreciate you guys, man. Like, it really does something to me to know that something that I can create would, resonate with people or people will agree to it or whatnot or disagree. Just paying attention to it. I appreciate that. So that's why I always try to show love back, because you guys take your time out of your day to tap on a video or something for mine. So Angel does more off the court than on the court. Like, So like I was saying earlier, Tyler, I don't know if you've seen this when I was talking about Angel earlier, like with the deals and stuff. I feel like Angel has to do that because deals aren't just going to come to her. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe her agent works different than Kane Clark's agent. Kane Clark's agent, all she has to do is the deals are going to come to Kane anyway. You know what I'm saying? All she has to do is go through the deals, present it to Kane. Hey, this sound right? Nah, all right, get rid of it. Angel got to go out there and get her deals. I mean, and I respect both of them equally in the sense of that because they both getting bags, right? But it's a different level when you. It's a little different when you. It's a few things different you got to do when you got to get your own bag. You gotta put yourself out there. But in the same sense, I just hope that Angel doesn't, because at one point in time when she was putting herself out there, she was, you know, doing the whole, she was sexualizing herself. You know what I'm saying? And to cry about it, but then in return go do it. Like it didn't make sense to me. Like, and that's the only part that I wish that Angel would kind of get from Caitlyn is still be ladylike with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to get out here and be so revealing just to get attention. Like go out there, be ladylike, be a boss, be about your business or whatever, and keep it classy and cute. Trust and believe you'll get better deals that way than you would if you go out there showing ass. It's being real. So, the strange thing about it is, what people aren't talking about is Angel Reese's podcast is doing pretty good. I don't know if you guys go to, I mean, I don't know if you want to go to her page, but if you happen to go to her page, she gets views. She gets views. She be getting like, I think I seen the other day, because she puts out clips, then she put out the full podcast. And most of her full podcasts are like 200,000, 300,000 views. That's good. You know what I'm saying? And I know people were saying at first, you know, it was too early for her to do a podcast. And me being one of them, like, you doing a podcast already? You just got in the league. Like, you got to like build your game up first. But I can already tell you that Angel probably has that mindset where, dog, I'm not going to be playing basketball for no 10, 15 years. I'm going to get it in there and build a brand up so I ain't got to play ball no more, because obviously the money don't come from basketball. As she even said, basketball don't even pay her rent. So I don't fault her for it now when I really sit back and think about it. And in the beginning, I was the type to be like, you know what, Angel doing too much. But we also got to look at it too. She has to do so much because she can't just go. She doesn't have the luxury of just being great on the court like Caitlyn is, to the point where she doesn't have to do anything else because the deal's coming to her. So, hey, if you're hungry, you got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Angel hustle when it comes to off-court stuff, but she should focus a bit more on her skills. Now, this is one thing I actually said too. I really believe that she could be in position where deals do start to come to her if she work on her game. Angel has the notoriety already. She has the name out there already. All she has to do is hone in on her talents and not be a one-trick pony. Develop a shot. Also, if you're going to be a rebounder, know how to put it back in and be successful with it. Also, if you're going to be a rebounder, know when to kick it out too. She doesn't have Angel doesn't have any basketball IQ. Let me just say that. And a lot of players don't. But it should be muscle memory to this point to know that, hey, if I get a rebound and I can't put it back up, don't force it back up. Let me kick it back out to one of my guards on the perimeter. You feel me? Or, something like that. So I don't think Teaspoon was teaching her those kind of things. Teaspoon was trying to ride off of the double-double thing. And that would have been cool if Angel Reese got a double-double in the sense of with a few assists in there to, outside of just 10 or 11 points and damn near 19 rebounds. Like that to me, I don't consider that a double-double. I know it is technically, but when the double-doubles I like are points and assists. I can care less about rebounds. I can care less about steals. I like points and assists. Something that Kane Clark has mastered. Now, if her double-double was rivaling that, like if she had a double-double in the sense of she's getting points and she's getting assists, we might can have a conversation, but that won't it. So it's a lot of things she got to work on, especially dribbling up the court. Because of course we all saw that clip where she like double dribbled like 3 times back to back on the fast break. Like you can't have that kind of stuff going on, man. You can't have that kind of stuff going on. Teaspoon was not a real coach for her. She was more. Teaspoon seemed like she wanted to be more of a mentor to her than the actual coach, because the coach would have sat her down when she took 3 or 4 shots under the basket and they make none of them. And you have people on the perimeter wide open for the shot, and you need those 3-pointers. You need those points because you're down. She should have shot it. She should have set her down. But the fact she didn't sit her down and she was still trying to let her get it, and you got a whole other person, Camila Cardoso, who's nice to me, is even better than Angel Reese. But I know she had an injury early in the season, but when she came back, she should have been right in it. You can't have Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, and you got a point guard like Kennedy Carter. You can't have players like that and you not do anything with them. You just want to focus on one player? Yes, your job is done. You out of here. Yes, I agree. The money these figures get, you need something else outside of basketball to pay the bills. You do. But also with that though, Tyler, knowing that you don't make that much money, in any industry, money slows up. And in most cases, some money stop. But to be out here spending like she do, or to be out here doing, the far as being irresponsible with money like she is, man, this from my observation, she don't know if she can get that money back. You know what I'm saying? So what she was saying, how she paid whatever, 7, 8 and something in rent. Let's be for real, bro. You could at least bought a house for that, like that just. But I don't know if that was a flex. That's what would have been a flex. Yeah, I pay $8,000 in rent. Like, dog, that sounds stupid to me. I don't care how much money you got. If you're paying $8,000 in rent, stupid. Stupid. So I don't know. She better try to get all the bags she can, but she need to get an accountant too while she at it. Because I hate to see her 30-30 and come to find out she broke. Angel Reese got 5. Teaspoon got 5 because she let Angel Reese get those double-doubles even after the game was off. I'm telling you, man, it's too many times I was looking at their games and I'm like, yo, why Spoon ain't pulled her yet? Like, what are we doing? Why she haven't pulled her yet? Because it'll be games where they have the lead and she's so focused on trying to get those rebounds, they lose the lead just like that. And it was winnable games. They even were games where they came down to the wire that were winnable games. And they chose to still keep feeding her the ball until eventually they got tired of it. Kennedy Carter didn't want to give her that ball for that last couple of seconds to get her little double-double. The players got tired of it. And it says something when the players do something that the coach should do and should have done in the first place. That says a lot. Cardoso is already a better player than Angel, but she was hold back. But she was I seen a tweet where they were saying something about Camila Cardoso, if she could break her contract, would she go play with Caitlin Clark? And she kind of killed the rumor or whatever. But imagine if Caitlin Clark had Camila Cardoso. Imagine that though. Like Aaliyah Boston, Camila Cardoso, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell. It'd have been a different story in Connecticut. It'd have been a different story in Connecticut. So, and I don't see Teresa Witherspoon getting a job no time soon. She might get an assistant job, but I don't see it. Even I seen the news where the LA Sparks coach got a GM job instead of another head coach job. Like, yeah, it's a wrap for that. I was Grizzly Groundswell blog, United Conservative blog across the nation and calling out socialism when no one was saying anything about social label and comments. Wow, that's crazy. Because I remember you, so you coming back to what I asked you about earlier. That's crazy. Is the page Oh, you said you got a blog. It was a blog. So it wasn't a YouTube. Was it a YouTube page or a blog? Like, is it still up? Like, is there any way we can get on, or they took it all down? Oh, that would be a nice trio. That would be a man. That would be a hell of a trio. I'm telling you, that would be a crazy trio. But I don't know. It seemed like Carmilla, she liked Chicago for some reason, but we'll see how Tyler Marsh do with them two, because he came in. He didn't really come in. Now, to be honest with you guys, even though it's Chicago Sky, and what they just recently, the complete blunder of what they just did this past season, roster-wise, he's not in a bad spot. Now, Kennedy Carter is a free agent. I don't know how many free agents they got, but even still, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get a decent pick this year. You still got Angel and you still got Camila Cardoso. Even though you lost Marina Mabry, which I thought it was the stupidest thing ever, but you know what? If a player wants to leave, a player got to leave. I'm not against holding players, but hey, he's not really in a bad spot. Now I don't know who their guard is going to be, like who their point guard or nothing, but they're going to have a nice pick. And I don't know. Now, hold on. Did their pick go to Dallas, or Dallas pick went to them? I can't remember that part, but I do know by the standings they are in that lottery that they're gonna do. So they gotta build. They could get a big three. They could get a big three. You got to build around. Me personally, I probably would build more around Camila Cardoso than I would Angel Reese. Angel Reese will have to redeem herself in that year she just had. But I would build more around Camila Cardoso than I would Angel Reese. At least Camila Cardoso has a shot. She knows she has a jumper. She can shoot a three here and there, but you know, hey, I miss half an hour out feeding my hogs, streaming, still pumping. At them hogs, man. Like, yo, it's crazy you say, because I was raised in the country myself, and my great grandfather raised hogs, chickens, and I want to say he had some cows. I was a little kid then. I remember I went into the. I remember I got a whipping because I climbed into the hog pen, man, and I got my tail toe up, man. But I tell people, man, country living is the best living, man. You have the best fun in your life in the country, man. I'm telling you. Both you can find on Google Wayback Machine. This YouTube channel has been conservative politics, relics, and treasure hunting, homesteading. And I went all in now, too old to repeat old strategies. Yeah, I feel you. Hey, I feel you. But you know, I don't know this guy's name. You guys can let me know who this person is on YouTube. It's an old guy on YouTube. It's actually two old guys on YouTube, separate channels, but they do their individual stuff. I don't think they know each other, whatever. But I've seen a lot of older people on YouTube, and they just been sitting on YouTube. Say, for example, this one guy, he gets on YouTube. He's an old white guy. Get on YouTube, and he just gives like game on the life. Like, he just gives you advice on life and stuff. He just real talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just sit and give you his experience and what he been through. And I like him. I don't know his name, but every now and then I run into his channel or run into a clip on him, and sometimes I think he'll be cooking outside or whatever, but cool old guy. And I told myself, I said, you know what? When I get old, when I get to that point, because I'm 39 right now. When I get old, I'm gonna do something like that. I'm gonna probably sit on YouTube and just kick knowledge to whoever wants to hear, old young people, whatever the case may be. But sometimes it's just that. Sometimes it's just getting online and being like, yo, if a person never dealing with this is how you deal with it. Like, talking in a sense like that. Yeah, but my wife is texting me. But I don't know, man. Like YouTube, I tell you what, I saw this video. One of the reasons why I kind of got back in YouTube too, since I'm on that subject real quick. It's this lady on YouTube named, I hope I don't mess her name up. but it's called Do Dash. I want to know if I'm saying that right. Do Dash. And if you guys ever check out her channel, let me see and make sure it's the right person. She was a DoorDash person. She was a DoorDasher for a while. Content was about doing DoorDash and stuff. But she started doing just like content on like just, you know, life experience and stuff she was going through and just, you know, I want to say her weight loss journey, but just stuff that she was going through. Paw, that's who it is. I'm glad you said that. Paw, something else. Yeah. Funny thing is, I use YouTube to remember who was born when. Well, look. hey, yeah, you definitely can see the different, like you say, litters. But she has a channel about that, and I remember seeing a video. I don't even know how she came up my YouTube page, but I made a video one day. And I want to say it's still on my page. I don't know if I deleted it or not, but it should be still on my page. And I was like, I'm tired of doing the same type of content, man. This is when I was doing those relationship videos. And I was in my car at work, and I'm like, yo, I'm just tired of doing the same YouTube videos. I want to do some different content because I'm tired of just doing videos about the dating life and how people are entitled and how these girls, who should pay this, who should pay that. Like I just got tired of doing that content. Every now and then, again, I may do one like that, but that's all I was doing every day. And seeing the videos of people online, seeing those videos of people on TikTok, it just was like, yeah, it really turned me out to the world. Like, yeah, the world is really messed up right now. And I made a video in my car. I was like, I'm tired of making the same type of content. Like how it was really taking a toll on my life. But I didn't know what I wanted to do after that. Like I didn't know what kind of content I wanted to make prior to that, you know, after that. And I saw her video. I don't know how it came on my channel, algorithm, whatever. And she had a video about, I want to say it was a video about she was giving up. She giving up YouTube, or she was quitting her job or something like that. But I watched the video and instantly got like motivated. Like, you know what? Just keep going. Like it was a video, but matter of fact, it was a video of her saying to keep going. You're on YouTube right now. You probably don't know, you know, what to do. It was basically speaking to me. I lied to you now. It was speaking to me. Hold on. I just found out Patricia this and that. Oh man. Wow. Prayers to her family. Ooh. There's a lot of people leaving this earth, man. But yeah, she had this video, and I'm trying to find the actual video that I saw that just had me like, you know what? She's right. Okay, I found him. So I was sitting here like, yo, I spent all this time doing these videos, and this is when I wasn't even at 1,000 subscribers at this point. I was like just 800 and something. And only reason why I got that was because back in the day, I used to do music videos. So a lot of those views, a lot of those subs in my early YouTube channel was me doing, I used to record music videos for people. So it was those subscribers. So, but when I put out videos, I would never get like a lot of views. I get like maybe 100, 200, whatever. And it was like a slow build. She made this video and I'm like, yo, I'm getting tired of my job. I wish I had something that, you know, I enjoy and love to do. I don't know what to do. I'm tired of my job. My job had just told me that the end of the year, it's closing down. So a job I've been at for 9 years is about to be over with. Even though they told us they're going to go into the early 2025, but it's still going to end eventually. And I'm like, I can't go to another warehouse job. I don't want to do anything like that. I want to do something for a change that I love to do. I wake up and I don't consider it work. So I really would like to do YouTube. To be paid from YouTube or like the monetize the AdSense or whatever. And she had this video where she was like, I finally monetized my channel. This is how much I made in 11 days. And normally when I see videos like that, I don't want to click on it. I'm like, man, whatever. Like just it's a scam. Like people just be making these videos and make them. I don't want to see it. But for some reason, I went to it. And what she was saying in the video of how she just been wanting to give up, and some kept telling her, keep going, keep going, keep going. It's like, it spoke to me. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna figure out something to do. I'm gonna figure out what it is I want to do on YouTube, because it's right there. I have all the equipment I need. It's literally right there. Got to put the time in. And so I just did my first video on what I actually just watched. And then, like I said earlier, it was the Kayla McBride and the Dejanay Carrington, the Marina Mabry situation. And when that video dropped, like, I had never in my life, had my phone blow up the way my phone blew up. Just being real with y'all. Never in my life had my phone just kept going, notification, going off. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm on to something. And hold on. And I tried it again with another video, and it did good. I'm like, you know what? Okay, well, let's do it. So that's kind of how I got to doing the content that y'all seen, and the content you guys probably have been introduced to me doing. This is how I started doing that content. Like, I've never been a reporter. I've never been anything to do with sports. Never. So this is something totally new to me from a different perspective. A lot of people that I watch, they said they've actually done these things, and so they kind of go to YouTube to do their own thing on YouTube. So I get it. And maybe one day, who knows, this may open up an opportunity for me to actually do those things, professionally for sports. Maybe one day, I don't know. But I do know I just like to connect with different people, no matter where you are in the world. I'm a person who I don't have no hate in my heart for nobody. And this is kind of where I'm at right now with it. So that's why I said early in the game with this, it was bothering me because I was getting so many comments, and then a lot of it was kind of like not negative towards me, but just negative towards the people that I was making content about. And I didn't know that about the world. I know the world's a bad place sometimes, but I never firsthand seen it. So I had to readjust and recalibrate. But I didn't want to never change who I was as a person. And I tell people, whether you agree or whether you don't agree, we can always respect each other's opinion. We can always respect each other's perspective of where we come from, because you got to understand we all come from different walks of life. We all experience different things. So whether you 39-year-old black man, 39-year-old white man, 39-year-old Chinese man, Asian man, whatever, it's all love. So a lot of people don't like that in the comments. I get a lot of people who try to fight that feeling, but that's where at the end of the day, you got to stay prayed up. You got to pray about it, because it's a lot of evil in this world. So, but I always thank people who come to this channel, because you guys don't have to come here. But I appreciate the ones who actually stop by, whether it's 5-10 minutes, whether it's 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It's appreciative. So I want to do more lives though, because I actually like this. Like I said, this is the longest I've ever been on live. I probably have to get off in a few because I got to take my son to work, but this has really been fun. And talking to the people who have came through the comment, shout out to all you guys, man, because if this wouldn't have worked today, I'd probably be like, you know what? I don't even feel like doing this no more. So to the people who came in today, you guys keep me going, man. So, and I wish and pray the best for you all. I pray the best for all of you guys. I don't know you guys, but I can still hope the best for you. More blessings to everyone. So, and that's me going off on a tangent. So this is the stuff that be on these recordings that you don't see on the videos. Like, I'd really be in this room and I just be like, man, I probably spend 5-10 minutes thinking everybody before I get to the video. So I had to cut half of that off, but I'm like, man, y'all just don't understand, man. It's really dope, yo, connecting with people, man. So, but hey, man, you guys have showed me a lot today, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to prepare myself to get out of here and take my child to work. If you guys will ever want me to go live again, I really appreciate it if you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, let me know real quick, for the ones who aren't here, do you guys just want to hear WNBA talk? Like, what other subjects or things you guys want to talk about? Like, I watch movies, TV shows, everything. Like, I don't limit this channel to just sports talk. If you guys want some NFL talk, if you guys want some NBA talk, anything. If you guys want, shoot, I just wrapped up. Well, I got the last episode of The Penguin I got to watch. I got a few more episodes of Superman I got to watch. I watch stuff like that too. So if you guys are into all that kind of stuff, any kind of TV shows, let me know what you guys want me to do. I try to get some more content up here that's, that can expand, a lot of different things. So shout out to Bonnie. Bonnie, I really appreciate you, Bonnie. You was my first one who commented, but very, very much appreciated. Tyler, very much appreciated, man. Very much appreciated. What does envy mean? So this is the thing. So a lot of people would think that envy is kind of short for Navy. It's just posted. It's not Navy, right? It's pronounced envy. If you were to put an E in front of it, it's pronounced envy, right? But it's actually an acronym for nobody validates you. So if you guys see this, it's part of the merch. Nobody validates you. So this is a lifestyle I'm with. I don't believe that anyone has the power to dictate who I am. Nobody validates me, and hopefully nobody validates you. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you have the power to determine who you want to be and who you are in this world. Never give anyone else that power. It's all about you. It's all about you. Talk about whatever floats your boat. If you care about what you're talking about, people will. If you care about what you're talking about, people will listen. And hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, it's crazy because I wasn't coming here and talk about the election and see how people felt about the election, but I was like, I didn't know if that was too hot on the first time because I wanted to see, if we can come on common ground with it. Because I know it's a lot of headbutting with both sides, but to find common ground, I may do another live stream. I don't know, but it's right now. It's a lot of division right now. Don't matter who you voted for, you just got to come together. It's still the same day. We all, we all in the same country. Well, for the most part, I'm in the United States, so most. I want to say I don't know because I got a lot of people who was from overseas that contacted me, so I don't know, but yep, exactly. But see, the thing is, but I didn't want to put the E on it because a lot of people, when you look at envy, I guess they look at it as a negative word because envy is or something like that. Thinking, it's one of those things where we turn a negative word into a positive word. I'm into that. Like I told you, I'm all about positivity. I'm all about spreading love. So, but yeah, nobody validates you. So. It's in the merch. I didn't want to set up a merch shop, but I had to set up with YouTube. I didn't want to personally because I make my own merch personally. I have a website that I normally have in the description of my channels. My description of my videos. And I tell people if they ever wanted to get anything, it's cool that you get it from the store or YouTube. I don't make that. I like to personally make the merch because for one, it comes from me. And then two, I'm all about quality. I don't know the quality that the YouTube store gives you. And I would hate to really have my brand go with some kind of cheap quality just to make somebody else money. So I prefer people to, if you ever want to support the brand, to go to my description and get it from there and I'll get it to you. But then I tell people who are international, I don't know how to ship international. So I tell people you might want to go to the shop because I haven't figured it out yet, but that's on you guys. So, but I don't force people or bully people into buying into my merch. That's something that you choose to do if you want to do. But yeah. Yeah. Yep. So that's it. That's envy. That's envy. So but so yeah, that's crazy. That's the thing that I always get when people see the name, or like even me, I was in Robin's live stream yesterday and one of the comments posted up and he read my comment and he was like, Sean from NVY, and I was like, ugh. But I gotta be cool with it. Do you do your own screen printing? I don't screen print. I more so DTF, but I do it myself. Yes, I do all my stuff myself, except for the hats. The hats actually come from a hat company because I don't stitch. But everything I've had this brand literally for since 2007. 2007, I would say. But yeah, so, but Bonnie has been nice. Tyler has been nice. Antoine, if you around, has been nice. I appreciate you guys coming in here. Who else we had in here? We had, let's see, Myron. I appreciate you for coming, my brother. I appreciate it. Like, you guys were, hey man, I'm scrolling the comments. You guys did your thing today. VVS, I appreciate you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. Hey man. And to the people that stopped by who didn't comment or check in, who just watched, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate all of it, man. You guys rock. You guys rock, man. Yep. Controlling your merch is key to set. I'm all about ownership. I'm all about ownership. I'm all about entrepreneurship. I'm all about ownership. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, yep. But I'm gonna get out of here. So, as always, I'm gonna leave you guys with something that you probably heard before. Kind of, at the end, if you watch it to the end of the videos, all things. It's 4 things. You guys stay safe, stay cool, love yourself, love each other. I'll see you in the next live stream. Shout out to you guys. Peace.